he's doing? Are you dancing there? Looks like doing something over. Kenji. What do you think about this, AD? Oh, and it looks like he's gone for the mantra. Oh, yes. He's gone for the squats. What do you think about Scott Jackson, the Bournemouth balancer? But he's still going. No, he's carrying. He's made it.
This is to the intertwined souls, the hands I've been trying to hold. This is to the love that I lost, and all the troubling thoughts of how I got double-crossed. And this is to the divorce I was forced to settle with, and the remorse I fought off with metal fists. And this is to the wet, watery kiss I left you with on your porch while I watch your trembling lips. This is to the memory of our early years, the first girl I shared feelings with. And it's the realest thing I'd experienced since my short existence. I ain't afraid to admit it, cause love is one of the things that doesn't come with an age limit, now does it? In fact, I'm apt to say we're more keen to feel such things. Hopeful dreams I've lost in a smokescreen of meaningless fucking. Touching without touching, candles in the dark, casting shadows on our parents' battles. This is for the romantics at heart. It wasn't too long before I held you more than my pen, when I wasn't writing songs that went something like forever and always. Whenever those songs play, I remember empty hallways where your image that descended from the top floor became an echo, and paid the price for those hauntings and couldn't afford to let go. From a past of debt and past regret, did you know I dreamt about you before we met? Remembering our first kiss, and it hadn't even happened yet. Recollecting your scent, and I wasn't ever given the chance to forget. Yes, that's the magic of it. Now I rehash subjects, display what I wrote, and capping napkins to the public to get it over and done with. Closure has come in. Shoulders have plummeted from holding these buckets. Hold your laughs till I go back to the tunnels of Paris, where I wrote half of these paragraphs. But fuck it. This is to my 10-year story. In another decade, you better be better prepared for me. In the first 4 years, you were all ears. Then the next 6, you left me for the next X and went deaf to my message. So that began my affair with the world abroad. Behind the curtain with the other hurtful girls I explored, till I became the monster, turned into the words that I record. Pardon me if you heard it all before. I didn't shake you to hurt you when you landed on the floor. In a room of naked virtue, I closed my eyes to cancel what I saw. Your hand made the first move to the handle of the drawer, where the frail girl couldn't think to live. I didn't shake you to hurt you, never planned it before. Can't shake off your perfume, can't wash my hands no more. And I'm breaking my curfew, but I can't walk, I'm standing at the door. I hear the wailing of a little kid. And a failure of innocence is compromised.
That's been fucking good!
I
Got on that little ledge and it slipped off, so I didn't have feet. I hate calling it, it's Cat Alley. Do something like that.
My father came from Japan in 1905. He was 15 when he immigrated from Japan. He worked until he was able to actually build a store.
Let me tell you a story in the form of a dream. I don't know why I have to tell it, but I know what it means. Close your eyes, just picture the scene as I paint it for you. It was World War II when this man named Kenji woke up. Ken was not a soldier. He was just a man with a family who owned a store in LA. That day, he crawled out of bed like he always did, bacon and eggs with wife and kids. He lived on the second floor of a little store he ran. He moved to LA from Japan, they called him immigrant. In Japanese, he'd say he was called Issei. That meant first generation in the United States, when everybody was afraid of the Germans, afraid of the Japs, but most of all,
That's ridiculous. Look how high it is.
World went black, cause right there, front page news, 3 weeks before 1942.
Yay.
Bisexual.
Pictures of soldiers dying and running. Ken knew what it would lead to, just like he guessed. The president said the evil Japanese in our home country would be locked away. They gave Ken a couple of days to get his whole life packed in 2 bags. Just 2 bags, couldn't even pack his clothes. Some folks didn't even have a suitcase to pack anything in, so 2 trash bags is all he gave them. And when the kids asked Mom, where are we going, nobody even knew what to say to them. Ken didn't want to lie, he said the US is looking for spies, so we have to live in a place called Manzanar, where a lot of Japanese people are. Stop it, don't look at the gunman. You don't want to get the soldiers wondering if you're gonna run or not, cause if you run then you might get shot. Other than that, try not to think about it. Try not to worry about it being so crowded, cause someday we'll get out. Someday.
As soon as war broke out, so the FBI came and they just Japanese have to go. They took Mr. Need, and people couldn't understand why they had to take him because he's just innocent laborer.
So now they're in a town with soldiers surrounding them. Every day, every night, look down at them. From watchtowers up on the wall, Ken couldn't really hate them at all. They were just doing the job, and he wasn't gonna make any problems. He had a little garden, vegetables and fruits that he gave to the troops in a basket his wife made. But in the back of his mind, he wanted his family's life saved. Prisoners of war in their own damn country, what for? And time passed in the prison town. He wondered if he'd live it down, if and when